The first out, Paul Skenes, the top overall pitching prospect in Major League Baseball. MLB Pipeline's number 2 overall prospect, only behind Jackson Holliday, makes his Major League debut this past Saturday. And listen, say what you want, right? It wasn't overall that clean, but it is in the books, right? He's in the majors less than a year after getting drafted number 1 overall by the Pirates in that 2023 draft. 4 innings, 3 earned, 6 hits, 7 strikeouts in his first start against the Chicago Cubs in Pittsburgh. So, listen, I don't know that we can really say, I'm not sure we can really judge him on this start, right? Like, there's really not. I think we kind of understand how this works already, but the stuff looks like it's there. He hit over 100, I think, 17, 19 times or something like it's definitely there. So Dalton, just flat out, what did you make of his first start? What are your thoughts after his first start?
This was one of the most fascinating baseball games of the year in general, and I want to touch on it from that perspective. I'll start with Skenes. Obviously a lot of hype around it. He's electric. Like, there are very few pitching prospects that are this kind of can't miss. He's probably the one that sticks out most since maybe Strasburg. And I'll touch on some of what I said when Yamamoto struggled in his debut in Korea. It's like, when guys move up to this level of baseball, you got to give them time to adjust. The exciting thing with Skenes is he doesn't even look like he needs much more time to adjust.
Yeah.
Like, the stuff is electric. He's, spotting it pretty well. Like, that was a very, very competitive outing. That's kind of outing that you don't sneeze at from any starting pitcher. So, it ended a little bit hairy for him, but he looks like the real deal, and I'm excited to watch him continue to develop. I want to touch on the game, though, because what a hilarious baseball game. So Skenes exits that game. Pirates are up 6-1, 2 runners on. You're thinking, okay, well, hey, he put him in a great spot to win the game. I want to go through what happened after he exits. Kyle Nicholas replaces Paul Skenes. Strikes out Cody Bellinger, strikes out Christopher Morel. Awesome. You got 2 runners on, but you got 2 out. What a job, right? Here we go. Ian Happ hit by pitch. Nico Hoerner walks, 6-2 Pittsburgh. Michael Busch walks, 6-3 Pittsburgh. Miles Mastrobuoni walks, 6-4 Pittsburgh.
Oh, my God.
3.5-hour rain delay.
Yep.
Then we come back. Jan Gomes walks, 6-5 Pittsburgh.
Oh, my gosh.
Mike Tauchman singles, 6-6. Game delayed again due to rain. Seiya Suzuki walks, 7-6 Cubs. Cody Bellinger walks, 8-6 Cubs. Nick Madrigal lines out. Bottom of the 5th. Yasmani Grandal, who is still in the league, hits a 3-run homer to put Pittsburgh up 9-8 at the end of the 5th. I had Pirates' first 5 innings in that game as well, I would add.
Wow.
But, I mean, we're talking about like a 4.5-hour inning that started with Paul Skenes on the mound and finished with Keegan Thompson giving up a home run to Yasmani Grandal like 4 hours later. Pirates ended up winning the game 10-9. But just one of the more, like, from a betting perspective, from a baseball perspective, one of the more just like weird, fun games of the year. So I wanted to touch on that.
Yeah, that's funny. That's really something else.
Is there anything more like Pittsburgh in terms of the experience of a fan than Skenes comes out, looks good, does his thing, you get him out of the game in the 5th, and you feel pretty good about it. And then the bullpen comes in and walks in 7 runs. Yeah. Like, with a rain delay in the middle. I mean, it's just brutal for the Pirates.
It is really something else. But listen, man. I think you're right in the fact that he may not need that much time to adjust because, truth be told, he hasn't needed that much time to adjust in the minors, right? Like, I mean, you can hear of guys that fly through the minors, and it does happen, right? But he made 7 starts in AAA. He had a sub-1 ERA in AAA. Obviously, that's what got him called up, is that he's just dominating the minors for the most part. And really, the reality is that if you just look at like tools, right? I mean, obviously, he's going to have one of the best fastballs in the game already. He's got some of the best breaking stuff in the game already. I mean, the command is there. It's not like he really struggles with command. So what really is there other than just weathering the storm of your early starts in Major League Baseball, maybe taking your lumps about, not knowing that, what location this guy likes and what, like, you know what I mean? Just the ebbs and flows of an early career. Yeah, like I said, and this might just be like a moot point, but I mean, he's just, I don't he it almost just looks like he just looks like the guy who's going to dominate, and not even stuff included. He's like 6'6". He's an unbelievable athlete. He's an intimidating figure on the rubber. Like, he's just crazy.
It's the, and I don't mean to keep going back to it, but it's the
Yeah.
same factor you had when Strasburg first broke in.
Yeah.
You're just looking at this big, like, fucking man. Like, you're
Yeah.
not, like, this is not, this kid doesn't look like a rookie, right? Like, this is
Yeah.
a man going out there, and he looks major league ready, and he looks major league composed. And you talked to me about it pre-show. Like, it's easy to forget that he went to Air Force. Like, this dude's composed. He's got his shit together. I also thought it was hilarious watching MLB trying really hard to turn Livy Dunn into Taylor Swift. You can tell they really want that, but it's the Pirates. It'll never happen.
Right. That's right. Yeah, no, that's 100% true. And Livy Dunn is not Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift taking over the world. But no, it's a very interesting, a very interesting thing. Only because, like I said, we haven't seen a pitching prospect like this since Strasburg. And I remember when Strasburg came up. I mean, it was like, it was a phenomenon. I mean, they were talking about him in the minors just like they do with Skenes now. So it's a very interesting thing. And he's 21 years. He's turning 22 at the end of May. So, and he's still a baby. So, I buckle up. I think this guy's going to be a problem for many, many years.